Hi guys and welcome back to the Mighty Blues. My name is of course Cameron. It is the instant match reaction. Everton 1, Sheffield United 0 at Goodison Park. The Toffees see the season out at Goodison Park with a win. I'm not going to say it was a great win. I'm not going to say it was a great game. I'm not going to say it was a great performance, but it was a win. And now, I know before anybody says we've still got one game to go, Cam, but I have mentally checked out of this season. Now, it's been the absolute worst season I've ever experienced as an Evertonian, and that is saying something given the last two we've been through. And I'm taking that win today as the final game of the season, and whatever happens next week, and I won't be particularly upset or excited either way. Well, I will be. I'll be absolutely buzzing if we win, but let's be honest, I don't think many of us think that that's a likely outcome. But no, a good win today. Like I said, I don't think it was a great performance whatsoever. It was very similar to Luton last weekend, a team that look like they are ready for a holiday, a group of players that look like they're ready for, probably the worst season of their careers as well to be over, and looking forward to obviously next season and to pre-season and things like that. And that was exactly the type of performance today. I thought Everton were okay. I don't think we were absolutely terrible. I thought some of our decision making was poor, and I thought some of our quality in the final third, the final ball, I thought was poor. Often today. But look, at the end of the day, we've won the game, and ultimately that's all that matters. Listen, it wouldn't have mattered either way today for either team. Had Everton had lost, doesn't matter. We're still up. Obviously, we guaranteed our safety a couple of weeks ago. If Sheffield United had have won, it wouldn't have mattered to them. They're going down either way. So it very much had that feel to it, didn't it? A penultimate game of the season with absolutely nothing on the line for either team, and that was exactly the type of game of football that we got. Listen, we won it, and that's all that matters. I think had we have not won it today, there'd have been a little bit of frustration, there'd have been a little bit of disappointment, because it's always nice to end the season, especially at Goodison. I know we've got another game next week, but, the final game of the season at Goodison Park, it's always nice to end those games with a win. It's always nice to walk away from the stadium, knowing that we've won the game and that, we've built ourselves a little bit of momentum towards the end of the season after, like I said, what has been an absolutely horrific season for pretty much everybody at the club, players, manager, fans, everybody involved at the football club has really been through it this season. And to end it with not only a good win, but continuing our good run of form at Goodison Park, obviously. I think that's 5 clean sheets now at Goodison Park, is it? Obviously Burnley, Forest, Liverpool, Brentford, and of course Sheffield United today. So 5 clean sheets at home on the spin, 5 wins at home on the spin. You take that all day long, and a draw against Luton in between that as well. Given we're already safe, I think that's a pretty decent end to the season. And even though tonight wasn't great, even though the performance wasn't great, even though it wasn't a particularly entertaining game of football, I thought Sheffield United were really poor today. Really poor. And obviously we now know Burnley have been relegated, we know Sheffield United have gone, and it's looking more and more likely that Luton will be relegated, and that'll be confirmed at some point tonight as well. Forest currently drawing with Chelsea, but even if it's not confirmed tonight, I think they've got to overcome something like a 30 goal difference or something like that. So Luton have gone down as well, and like I said, and I've said it all season, I think the 3 of the promoted teams that come up are very much like each other. I think the 3 of them are lacking in quality. I don't think they're good enough to be in the Premier League. I think the difference with Luton was they had a little bit more of a go. They showed a little bit more effort. They had a bit more of a go at things, but ultimately, at the end of the day, they weren't good enough. And same with Burnley and same with Sheffield United. And today, watching Sheffield United at Goodison Park, it was a quite an interesting sort of look to be able to look on and think, wow, we are much better than what they are. Let's have it right. And I know we weren't today, and I'm not saying we were the much better team today. I just mean generally we've got a lot more quality than what they have, and we've got much better players than what they have. And to think that we were in a similar situation to them, I know without the point deduction we wouldn't be, but to think that we were in a similar situation to them was a little bit worrying, wasn't it? But look, as I said it after Brentford, every instant match reaction from now on, be it Luton, be it Sheffield United, be it Arsenal, it will probably be very chilled, very sort of blasé, oh well, we won, or oh well, we lost. Who cares, the season's over. And that's because, like I said, after the Brentford game, it's been such a horrific season for everybody, and especially us as fans, and we've been through it week in, week out, that when we finally guaranteed that survival, it was such a big weight off our shoulder. The pressure just instantly had been removed. The pressure that had been crushing us for months and months and months had instantly been removed. And even though we had a couple of games left, and even though I said on a couple of the podcast episodes recently it'd be nice to end the season with a decent run of form behind us, and we've sort of done that. Look, a point away at Luton isn't the worst result in the world, and even though today wasn't great, we've turned up and we've won the game, and it wasn't pretty and it wasn't the most entertaining game, and I know some people would have liked us to turn up and wipe the floor with them 4-5-0, but I'm just happy that we're still in the division. I'm just happy that we were able to confirm our safety a couple of weeks ago. Anything after that for me was a bonus, and to win the game today was exactly that. It very much felt, and I said this after the Luton game, very, very much felt like a sort of a pre-season friendly-ish type of game, or an early round Carabao Cup type of game where, both teams are sort of not quite at the level you'd expect them to be, but thankfully for us that was because we don't need to be at this current moment, which is definitely something we should all be happy about. So yeah, good goal, really, really well played by Dominic Calvert-Lewin, taking it round the goalkeeper and thinking it into Decore. I thought otherwise. Abdoulaye Decore was really, really poor today, but again, I'm sure a lot of the players would be saying, well, what more do you want from us? We've known we've been safe. We've basically just gone out there and performed, and it was a classic Dyche performance, a 1-0 win at home, clean sheet. It was a typical Sean Dyche performance, and I don't think it was ever in doubt either. Even though it was only 1-0 and even though we weren't great, there wasn't one Sheffield United attack where I thought, oh my god, we look like we're going to concede here. We just looked comfortable all afternoon, comfortable. So yeah, there you go, a win on the final home game of the season in the sun at Goodison Park. Not the greatest game, but who cares, we've won it, and we can look forward now to Arsenal. Probably not. We can look forward now to getting into the summer, getting new owners in, getting some structure at the football club, and preparing for hopefully another season where we pick up enough points to comfortably be safe in sort of mid-March, which would have been the case this season if it wasn't for the points deduction. So there you go. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back in the week with the podcast, so look out for that one. Big thank you all for watching, and we'll see you after.